Hi love, welcome back. In today's class we are making this beautiful granny square cardigan. If you are new to the channel, my name is Miss Ayi and you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you love for coming back. Let's get right into class. I'm going to be using these 3 shades of yarn in champagne, light brown and cream. And also a 4.5 mm hook, your stitch marker, scissors and tape measure. To begin with, we are going to start off by making the squares and we will be making the smaller squares and the dicey squares. So to begin making the square, you are going to make your magic circle and you are going to chain 3. This chain 3 counts as your first treble crochet. You are going to make 3 more treble crochets, and to make a treble crochet you are going to yarn over 2 times, pull through 2 and pull through all. So this is 1, yarn over 2 times, insert your hook, pull through 2 and pull through the last 2, and this is your 4th one. You're going to chain 2 and go inside the magic circle with 4 more treble crochets. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Chain 2. So we have 2 cluster. You are going to repeat 4 more treble crochets until you have 16. At the end you are going to pull to close off the ring and you are going to chain 2, 1, 2, and you are going to slip stitch on top of the 3rd stitch. So you should be having something like this. So this is a 4 cluster, a cluster of treble crochets. So you are going to cut and connect your second yarn, which is your brown color. This row is going to be a double crochet row. To begin with, you are going to chain 2 and these 2 count as your first double crochet. You are going to make a double crochet inside the space, the same space. So you'd have 2 double crochets, and on top of the 4 treble crochets you are going to put 4 double crochets in each stitch. So this is 1. So I'm trying to work my tail end as I go, so I don't have to fasten off. I don't have to sew in all loose ends when I'm done. So this is 4. And inside the chain 2 space, you are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. So this is your corner space. So 1, 2, chain 2, and place 2 more double crochets inside the same space. 1 and 2. And on top of your 4 trebles, you are going to make 4 double crochets. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Inside the chain 2 space, you are going to make your second corner. That is 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, all in the same stitch. So you are going to repeat this until you are at the last corner, and we shall place our 2 more double crochets before we join. So I'm at the last corner and you are going to place 2 more double crochets inside the chain 2 space, chain 2 and connect it on top of your chain 2 space. And this is the end of row 2. You are going to cut and join your 3rd color. Your 3rd color is also going to be a double crochet row, just as the second. So to begin with, you are going to attach your yarn and chain 3. you are going to place a double crochet inside the same stitch, chain 3, count as a double crochet. Now you should be having 7 stitches on top of the double crochets, so you are going to place 7 double crochets in each stitch until you are at the corner space. 5, 6 and 7. Inside the corner space, you are going to place 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, all in the same stitch. You are going to repeat your 7 double crochets on top of the double crochets below. Inside the corner space, you are going to put 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. You are going to repeat this and I'll meet you at the end of the row. At the end of the row, you are going to put 2 double crochets in the corner space, chain 2 and attach it on top of the chain 3 space, and you are going to chain 1 or 2, cut and fasten your yarn, and this is the end of our small squares. And with the small squares, you are going to make 24 of these small squares. Go ahead and make your 24 squares for the small ones, and you can alternate between colors as I did for the cardigan, and if you want to use the same exact colors, you are so free to do so. The smaller squares measures 4 inches, so 4 by 4, and in centimeters is 10 or 11 centimeters by 11 centimeters. So this is what I have, and now let's go ahead and make our daisy squares, or the bigger squares, for our main work. And this is how the daisy square looks like. So to begin with, if you want to begin with a magic circle, that's fine. If not, just make a slip knot and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are going to slip stitch in the first stitch, and this form a small circle. Chain 1, and you are going to make 8 single crochets in the same space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and your last one, 8. After your 8 single crochets, you are going to slip stitch on top of your first chain 1 space, and this is the end of row 1. Row 2, you are going to chain 3, and the chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. You are going to make a double crochet inside the same space, and this row 2 is an increased row, so we are going to be making 2 double crochets inside the same space, and you are going to go all around until the end of the row. At the end of the row, you should be having 16 double crochets. So go ahead and make your 2 double crochet increase in each stitch, and at the end of the row, you are going to slip stitch on top of your chain 3 space. And this is the end of row 2. You are going to cut and fasten your yarn, and we shall continue with our work. Now we are going to be introducing our second color, and you are going to make a slip knot attached to any part of your work, any of the stitches, and pull to attach. You are going to chain 3. This chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. You are going to place 2 more double crochets inside the same stitch. 1, 2, making it 3 double crochets. You are going to chain 1, skip a stitch, and place 3 double crochets in the next stitch. So you realize where you cut and fasten would be very hard for your hook to go through, but just try. And also it looks like double where you cut, so don't mistake it with a double stitch. Is a single stitch. So place 3 double crochets in the same stitch, chain 1, skip 1, make 3 double crochets in the same stitch, 1, and you are going to go around until the end of the row. At the end of the row you should have 8 clusters of double crochets. So this is my last. You're going to chain 1 and attach it on top of your chain 3 space. You're going to pull and drop the yarn. We are going to be introducing our background color, and you are going to be attaching it in the middle stitch. So just insert your hook and pull through, and make sure the background color, the tail end, is at the back. So pull the tail end through, and you are going to begin with chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and chain 4 on top. So the chain 3 counts as your first double crochet, and chain 4. You are going to make a double crochet in the middle of your stitch. So this is how you are going to be pulling the brown color behind, and you are going to be working in the middle stitches of your first color. So just watch carefully. If you need to pause, just pause and watch and do the same thing. So chain 4, make a double crochet in the middle stitch, chain 4, make a double crochet in the middle stitch, and you are going to go around until the end of the row, and I'll meet you there. At the end of the row, chain 4 and make a slip stitch inside the 3rd chain space, and you are going to pull and drop the background color, and you are going to pull your brown color in front. We are going to be working with the brown color. So for row 5, you are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Chain 3 count as your first double crochet. You are going to put 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Don't work in the chain 4 space behind your background color, so pull it behind and work your 2 double crochets. The next stitch you are going to work a double crochet, so you should have 4 double crochets. You are going to chain 2 inside the first stitch of your brown color. You are going to work a double crochet. In the next stitch you are going to make an increase, that's 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and inside the last stitch you are going to work a double crochet, chain 2, and you are going to repeat this until the end of the row. So make a double crochet in the beginning, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and a double crochet at the last stitch, and chain 2 and go around until the end of the row. At the end of the row you are going to chain 2 and connect your work on top of your first chain 3 space. You are going to pull and drop the yarn, and you are going to bring your background color in front, You are going to chain 3 and your chain 3 count as your first double crochet. You are going to place a double crochet in the same stitch. Always make sure you pull your brown behind so you don't work in the stitch. Chain 5, make a double crochet, 2 double crochets in the background color. So pull it in front so you don't work, you work in only that stitch. Put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Chain 5, make 2 double crochets in the next background stitch, and you are going to keep repeating this until the end of the row. Chain 5, make 2 double crochets in the stitches until the end of the row. At the end of the row, you are going to slip stitch and pull and drop your yarn. Now you are going to pick your brown color behind, chain 3, count as your first double crochet. In the next stitch, you are going to work 2 double crochets, that's increase, and in the next 2 stitches you are going to work 2 double crochets in each stitch. Chain 2 into the next, the very beginning, you are going to make a double crochet. In the next stitch, you are going to increase, so 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and in the next 2 stitches you are going to make 2 double crochets. Chain 2, and you are going to repeat this until the end of the row. And at the end of the row, you are going to slip stitch on top of your chain 3 space. A double crochet, 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and 2 double crochets in each stitches. Chain 2 and go around until the end of the row. At the end of the row, you are going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3 space, and we are still going to be working with our brown yarn. Chain 1, make a single crochet in the same space, skip 1 and make 5 double crochets in the next space. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Skip 1 and make a single crochet in the last stitch. Chain 2, make a single crochet in the first stitch, skip 1 stitch, make 5 double crochets in the following stitch. 3, 4 and 5. Skip a stitch and make a single crochet in your last stitch. Chain 2, make a single crochet in the first stitch, skip 1, make 5 double crochets and skip 1 and make a single crochet. This is the pattern for our last row with our second color. At the end of the row, slip stitch in your single crochet space. You can cut and fasten your yarn and pull your background color. I've pulled my background color. I started off with chain 3 and I made 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and behind your chain 5 space you are going to make 5 double crochets. I lost the connecting footage, but this is you would figure it out. So just pull the yarn, chain 3, the chain 3 count as a double crochet and work 2 double crochets and work 5 double crochets. Let's take this again. At your beginning stitch you are going to make a double crochets, and in the next stitch you are going to increase, so 2 double crochets in the same space. And now you go behind and work 5 double crochets inside the chain 5 space. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And now you come to your background stitch, your double crochet, and work 1 double crochet at the beginning and 2 double crochets in the next stitch inside the same stitch, and behind you go and make 5 double crochets, and you're going to repeat this until the end of the row, and at the end of the row you slip stitch inside your chain 3 space. So you're going to chain 1 and we are going to put a single crochet in the same space. So this is 2. Now you're going to put 4 more single crochets, making it 6. And now you're going to make a half double crochet, a double crochet in the next stitch, a double crochet, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, 1, 2, chain 2 and 2 double crochets inside the same stitch. Make a double crochet in the following stitch, make half double crochet in the next stitch, make 11 single crochets in the 11 stitches, after your 11 single crochet, make half double crochet in the following stitch, make a double crochet in the next and make your corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Make a double crochet in the next stitch, make half double crochet in the next, make 11 single crochets. So this is the pattern. You're going to make 11 single crochets, half double crochet, a double crochet, a corner. So beginning is 6 single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, a corner, a double crochet, half double crochet, 11 single crochets, and then you go again, half double crochet, a corner. So you're going to repeat this until our last corner. We started with 6 single crochets, so put that in mind, and we are going to complete our 6 single crochets. So we had 6 single crochets. So after your last corner, we are going to complete our 6 single crochets. So now you have 6, so let's count from 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And at the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch on top of your first single crochet, and this is what your work should be looking like. So we've clearly defined the corners. To continue, you're going to chain 2 and this 2 count as your first half double crochet. Place half double crochet in the same stitch and place 2 more half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So total is 4 half double crochets. Go inside the next 7 stitches with double crochets. 7. And inside your chain 2 space, you are going to make a corner. So a corner is 2 double crochets in the same stitch, 1, 2, chain 2 and 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So the pattern here is going to be 7 double crochets, 4 half double crochets and 7 double crochets. Then you get to the corner. So we are doing this so our corners will be even. So it's 7 double crochets, 4 half double crochets and 7 double crochets. When you get to your corner space, make your 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. So repeat this until the end of the row. So we are at the corner, so make 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. So put in mind we started with 4 half double crochets, so your last corner you should make 7 double crochets and connect your work on top of the chain 2 space. That's your first half double crochet. If you've watched the video up until this point, my love, my darling, and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, and let us know your feedback under the comment section. We'll be so glad to see what you think about the video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you, my love, thank you, darling, thank you, baby, for always coming back. Please like and share the video and comment down below. Let me know what you think about the video as well. So go ahead and at the end of the row you are going to connect it on top of your chain 2, chain 1, and cut and fasten your yarn. You are going to make 28 of these big squares, and feel free to alternate your colors as I did. If you don't want to alternate your colors too, going with the same exact colors is cool. So go ahead and make 28 of this. So the smaller ones is 24 and the bigger ones is 28, and this measures 6.5, so it's 6.5 by 6.5 in centimeters. We should be having, so this is 6.17 by 17. After your bigger circle, you're going to arrange them, so 4 big circle in 7 rows. So each row has 4 big circle and the row is 7. And always attach your yarn, do it at the wrong side. I mistakenly started attaching it at the right side, however I had to undo all the work and start working at the back. So the wrong side is where the yarn is at the back, you would see it. So this is the right side. The wrong side, you still have some excess of yarn at the beginning stitch. So you are going to take 2, make a slip knot and pull through all 2. And you are going to chain 1, and you are going to go in the first space with a single crochet and the second, and you're going to attach it to the corner space with a single crochet. So this is how we are going to, now you have your work in line, and you are going to go ahead, so you make a single crochet in the first stitch or your first square, make a single crochet in your second square. So this is going to be zigzag. You make a single crochet in the first square, make a single crochet in the second square. So you're going to be alternating between the first square, second square, first square, second square until the end of the row. This is how I'm going to be attaching my yarn. However, if you have a faster way or a simpler, you have a simple way of attaching your square, that's also fine. If you want or if you wish, you can use your darning needle to also attach them. There's no formula in doing this, but just make sure your work is seamless and neat. So after attaching the first one, so I'm going to pick 2 again, and I'm going to start off with the corners. Insert your yarn in the first corner and make a single crochet, and you are going to insert it again in the second corner and make a single crochet. and make a single crochet. And moving on, you are going to be alternating between the first and the second with a single crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. So you go in the first stitch, make a single crochet, you go in the second panel, in the same stitch, make a single crochet, and you're going to be alternating it until the end. This is how we are going to be attaching our squares. So we are going to go through until we are done attaching the row. So this is 2, so join the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. So at the end of the 7th, you are going to chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn, and one side is attached. You are going to go ahead and pick 2 again and do the same thing until the end of the row. And after, we are going to be attaching the middle and in between to complete our attaching process. And this is what your work should be looking like. I'm done attaching everything, and also this is the smaller circle. So the first panel is 12 squares, and I'm done attaching the 12 squares. So go ahead and attach it together. And now you would have the front part, you have a bigger square and a smaller square, a bigger square of 7 and a smaller square of 12. You're going to do that 2 times, and this is what you should be having. Now we are going to be attaching the front part to the back part of our work, and you make sure you place it, and the wrong side should be facing you, or the wrong side should be facing outside. First off, you are going to attach the shoulder parts. Go ahead and attach. So attach from the corners and make a single crochet. This time you are going to be attaching it with single crochets. So in the front panel and the back square, you are going to be attaching it with single crochets until the end of the row. So make single crochets in each stitch until the end of the row. You are going to be attaching both panel with single crochets until you are done, and you should be having something like this. And now we are going to be working our armhole. With the armhole, I measured 9 inches and placed my stitch marker 9 inches from the shoulder line and placed my stitch marker. So we are going to be attaching from the bottom until where the stitch marker space is, and we are going to be attaching with single crochets until where the stitch marker space is. So I'm at where the stitch marker space is. You are going to take off your stitch marker, and we are going to be working the arm length. So this is my last stitch. Make a single crochet, and now we are going to start working around the armhole. So place single crochets in each stitch all around until the end, and at the end you slip stitch. So at the end of the row, you are going to slip stitch in your first single crochet, and you are going to chain 3. At this point, the work is very heavy. So you are going to chain 3, and your chain 3 count as your first double crochet. You are going to yarn over, skip 2, and make 2 double crochets inside the same stitch. Chain 1, skip 2, and make 2 double crochet inside the same stitch. Chain 1, skip 2, and make 2 double crochets inside the same stitch. You're going to repeat this until the end of the row. So this is going to be a granny square rows. At the end of the row, you slip stitch inside your third stitch, and you are going to go in between the chain 2 space with 2. So at the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch inside the third stitch, and now you are going to go in between the chain 1 space with 2 double crochets, 2 double, so chain 3, and inside the same space you make a 2 double crochets. Now you are not going to chain 1, so you are going to go in between spaces, in between the chain 1 space with 2 double crochets. If you want to make it 3 double crochets, you are so free to do so, but I'm just going to work 2 double crochets in between each stitch until the end of the row. And you are going to repeat this. At the end of the row, you are going to slip stitch, chain 3, and you are going to repeat row 2 until you have your desired length for your cardigan. So I'm going to make a very long hands, so chain 3 again, and keep repeating row 2 until you have your desired length. I've already made one side, and this is how it looks like. So I made, the first is 3, second is 5, third is 7, and the fourth is 9. Then I went back again to make 5 rows and cut and fasten all loose ends, and you'll be done and you are done with your work. And this is how it looks on the mannequin. Until we meet next week, my love, my darlings, my babies, stay hydrated. Bye bye.